Hello everybody, back at it again today on the Farmer Homestead. Long story with them pigs. That last video that I posted about the pigs, I got 4 of them, and I was super excited, and I was just too anxious, and I put them out. I built that that shelter that I was talking about for them, and I jumped the gun. I put them out there too early. I put one out there, and I went to go grab the other 2. And when I was carrying the other 2 out there, he wasn't in there. The first one that I put in there wasn't in there. He was off over here, and their pen's over here. And I was like, oh crap. So what did I do? Instead of taking the other 2 back up to the barn where they're at, I put the other 2 inside the fence, the electric fence that I guess either wasn't on or was not strong enough, hit hard enough. I'm gonna say a little bit, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I turned it on, don't know. But I think I got to get a new one, because that one just, even after testing it, it doesn't feel like it's hitting hard. So I need to get another one before I put them back out there. But so I put them down, and the one it enticed the other one to come back, which is what I wanted. It came back. He came back, and he kept running, and it spooked the other 2 girls, and they kept running, and they ran, and they hit the other side of the fence, and they ran right through the fence, and they were gone, and didn't see or hear anything from them since. I put the trail cam up on the house. I went and checked it. The last time I checked it was on the 15th. And I cleared out the memory card because I didn't see anything, and I heard some coyotes going all crazy a couple nights later after that, and I figured, well, I guess the pigs got. And then I get a call on Friday. This is like 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks later. I got a call on Friday from my neighbor, said that I got 3 pigs that was down at his house. And I was like, uh-oh. And I thought it was the 3. So let me back up a little bit. I went and got 2 more pigs. That way that one that I had left wouldn't be lonely. So 3 pigs ran off. I went and got 2 more. So then I had 3. So I thought those 3 had somehow gotten out of the barn and headed off down there to my neighbor's house. I rushed home from work, look in the barn. The 3 pigs are still in there. And I was like, what? And I figured he was able to catch them and put them back in there. So I called him. I said, thanks. He's like, oh, I didn't catch them. I wasn't able to catch them. I did see 3 in the barn already. So I was like, what? Awesome. Come to find out, the pigs were hanging out in that shelter that I built. I looked at the trail cams, and we were literally missing them by like 15 or 20 minutes each day. Somehow, I don't know where they would run off to, but I've been mowing, I've been doing a whole bunch of stuff, and I didn't see a sign of them. And they were in that house. I picked them all up, and now we got 6. We're back to the original. We got our 3 back that ran off. They came back, and I'm so grateful, because they're only, I don't know, I don't know how old they are. Maybe 14 weeks old, if that. And we literally just got them a couple days before, well, the day before, and they ran off. So they didn't know that this was home. I fed them once. I sat in there with them. I fed them once and thought they just weren't coming back, but they came back. So full circle, what we're doing today is I have a barrel, with these 55-gallon barrel here. And what I plan on doing is I'm going to take this tire. I'm going to cut that out, sand down the edges so that way it's not rough. I'm going to cut the top out of this barrel here, cut the top out of the barrel, wash it all out, clean it all out. And I'm going to see how this barrel fits inside this tire. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill holes in the bottom down here, maybe like 3, like a triangle almost. And then I'm going to fill it with pig feed, so it automatically just feeds out into it. And that way them pigs can stop fighting over the little bowl that they're in and biting each other and biting ears and bleeding and stuff like that. I'm I'm gonna try to secure that to it and then let them have this big thing. Keep that topped off. So let's give it a shot. All right, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start with the tire first. That way I know that this barrel will fit in there. I'm pretty sure it'll be just fine, so. Let me see. I may have to go get a metal blade. So far, so good. So trying to cut it through the bead was probably not the way to try to start out doing, so let's see the way this barrel looks in there. Hey Gemma. Fits in there good. I think what I'm gonna have to do, I need to cut this tread down even a little bit more, because this thing is, this barrel's just really big.
Daddy.
Hold on. I think if I cut down a little bit deeper here. Yeah, I got a boo-boo. I may have to get a bigger tire. The tire may not be big enough. I have a larger one over there. I could probably try that. So let me go grab that and cut that one too.
Okay.
See which one I like the best. Let's try this one here. See if this is bigger. Maybe it'll give more room, because that doesn't give a whole lot of room with that barrel in there. So this is off in the woods, so we're just gonna give it a shot and see how it goes. Here we go. Alright, so this one actually is a general purpose one. The one that's on it is a general purpose. Unplug. But I'm going to go with a straight metal for that one. Alright, let's try this now. I ended up putting that multi-purpose one back on because the metal one, I bent it. Two, it just felt like it wasn't getting rid of the material enough for it to cut good, so I just got rid of that. Let's see how this does. Look how thick that is. It's a thick tire. I wonder if it's got a... I found this off in the woods. I don't... It's a good year, but I don't see like a DOT date on it. So I don't know, but that's a thick wall tire. All right, let's get that dirt out of here. That dirt itself is probably some pretty decent garden dirt. All right, let's see how this barrel looks in it. Oh man, I think that's where it's gonna be. Still don't know if I want, I mean, you see how thick this is again. I don't know. It took me forever to get cut through it.
Why?
Come here, come look. I don't know if it's, I think it'll probably be fine.
It's fine.
I think it might be okay.
I take a picture.
Yeah, but if I cut it smaller, deeper down, it might allow big heads to get in there and get stuff. I do plan on flipping it over and securing the barrel to the tire so they can't just knock the barrel over.
It's good.
Okay, it's good?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll leave it the way it is. Let's cut the top off of this then.
No.
Yep. Alright, here we go. Watching Sonny. Sonny's messing with the goats. Maybe he's just playing. Alright, here we go. We can get it out of here. A little bit more stable ground. I'm okay. It's running. Let's see what we got here. Just trying to clean up these edges a little bit here. got it. Then we got a cut. I need to wash it all out, and then we'll try and secure it to it. Alright, so I got it all cleaned out, washed out. If you notice, I just cut the lid portion, the top portion of it off like that, instead of cutting like here, the rim around it, because this if you've never used these type of barrels before, if you cut just up here, it loses the integrity of the strength and becomes very flimsy on the top. So now, even with this gone, it's still very strong and very stable. So if you can, I would suggest not cutting that whole support ring out, because the moment you cut that off, this becomes flimsy and it's really not much good for more than just a trash can. And the fact that the pigs are going to be probably bumping into it, eating into it, if it ever gets knocked over, it should at least maintain its rigidity. See, that's pretty good there. So, just food for thought. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go try and see if I can find a hole saw, and see where it ends in here, and then see where I want to put the, probably closer to the end, that way I don't really lose too much food. So probably somewhere right down here, right on the edge. Like I said, I think I may do more. I may do 2 here and 2 there. I'll do four total holes, so we'll go, maybe that'll be the better route. That'll allow more food to get out more evenly around. Or maybe I'll do a lot more smaller holes around and let it come out. But I figured if it's a little bit bigger, I need to see what size hole saws I got anyway. So let me go take a look. Alright, I found one. This one's a 2.5. I have some smaller, and then I have a 3.5. So I'm going to try this one and see how it looks. Obviously I can't go any smaller, but I think 2.5 will be fine. I could always go bigger if I need to, but I think this will do just fine. Alright, here we go. Ooh. I think that'll be just fine. If I do, let me say 4 of them. 1. 2. Never really know how to get these out afterwards. But well, look at that. They both come out. Here's this one, it's the last one. Right here. And we're through. All right. That's out. Let's take a look. Alright. So there we go. That's what it's going to look like. I think there'll be just enough room in there for them pigs to stick their head in there and move it around and eat what they need. So, like I said, if I need to, you see how thick this is. If I need to, then I'll cut this down a little bit more, like to here. That way it won't be so curvatured over. But what's good is right now it's soft. There's no hard, rough, or metal sticking out for them to cut. So I don't know, maybe later I do cut a little bit more, but as they sit right now, they're small enough, they'll be just fine. So now I'm gonna flip it over. I'm gonna go try and find some screws. I gotta keep finding everything because I don't plan ahead. So let me go find some screws, something I can drill through the tire up into the bottom of the barrel. Nothing's going in the barrel but the food anyway, so nobody's going to get hurt going in there. That might be another reason why I leave those holes small. That should create enough space for the food to come pouring out, but not for it to get jammed up in. So, alright, let me go find some screws. Alright, so that camera died. I tried drilling through the bead screws down into the barrel, but it was not happening. It was burning out my like all-purpose screws, which is no good. And I even took a drill bit to try and pre-drill it to go down, and I broke a drill bit and burned out a drill bit. So the steel band that's in there is pretty durable. So the other thing I thought of is I take this wood, and I'm going to attach this wood to the barrel. It's wedged in there pretty good, so it's tight like that. Attach it to the barrel, because obviously I don't have screws that's long enough to make sense to go in through that. So then what I'm going to do from there, after I get that attached, drill those into there, put this on here right on the bead, you know, so it sits in there like that. And then I'm going to screw screws down into that, and that's going to hold the tire securely onto it. I hope. That's the plan anyway. I may have to do something offset here too, and there, kind of make like a cross, but I didn't want it to stick out too much where it actually makes the tire uneven, makes the whole feeding station uneven. If it does, which it looks like it might be close, I might just have to try and cut some off of that. So at least I can have it secured to it. It's going to sit overnight and kind of dry out a little bit from washing it out. But that's the only thing I can think of right now. So if you guys see anything else, any other way I could think of, I thought if I cut out that inner ring, this inner ring a little bit more, and kind of wedge the barrel down into it, it would become one. But I don't know if I'd be able to cut it out well enough, especially with this bead. So if you guys have got any other ideas, if you've done some feeders like this, please let me know. I got a couple other barrels I can go from. I got another blue barrel out there for their water. I've already got that taken care of. I think maybe I wish I would have drilled some holes a little bit smaller. I meant not smaller, lower, to get more of it, because I'm wasting probably like, I don't know, 20 gallons maybe. 10 to 20 gallons on the bottom, but that's fine because most everything is gonna, if it falls into it, the water is gonna sink down on the bottom and they're not gonna drink it up. Plus it's got those little nipple things. So let me attach this to it, and we'll see how it goes. I ran out of screws, but I had enough so far to put, I put 3 in each one of these bottom ones here, and then just one here and one here. And it is pretty solid. So just like a bead locker, it just holds that down to it. So let's see. I'm gonna turn it over. Oh, buckets. Do you see that? That was pretty sweet. I like it. I like it a lot. I don't think they're gonna knock that over. I'm probably still gonna put how I said, the cross on the bottom, just to give it a little bit more security. But so I mean, I probably don't. But when they get bigger, they're gonna put more force against it, and it might rip it through. You see it. The screws came through it. I guess what I could do is to strengthen the bottom up, but it's hard to get down there and hold a piece of wood down there. But I could, I don't know. If I had a piece of wood down there, it would strengthen it up a little bit more. But I think what I'm gonna do is attach it to that. They're not getting in there, so I don't see them getting hurt by them screws sticking out. I might still just take that top plate off again and hold a piece of wood down there and then screw into that. Or I may just leave it the way it is and just add another cross member across to help make it sturdy. But right now, it looks pretty solid. I like it. And it will work for the piggies right now, so sweetness. I'm pretty content with that. So tell me what you think in the comments. As you can see, it's getting late. It's getting dark. My greenhouse ended up down there because I moved it and I didn't stake it down. So it's my own fault, but luckily it didn't do like any damage to it. It folded up nicely. It folded up nicely where it didn't do any damage. I guess the bolts are just tight enough or just loose enough where it kind of accordioned a little bit. Once the couple poles that hold the ends together, they kind of separated, it allowed it to kind of spread open and was easier on it. So that's good. But let's go see these piggies real fast while I got you attention. What are you doing? Why are you out? Why are you out? He annoys me because he does whatever he wants. Hey, pig. Hey, pigs. Hey, pigs. Hey, pigs. Hey, there you are. At least you're warm in here. Man, you guys kick up some dirt fast. Hey, pigs. There you go. So all 6 of them are home now. Hey, pigs. Hey, pigs. Good job. All right, I made you a feeder because you guys are fighting over that little bowl over there. I can't be having that. So I'll keep you guys fat and happy. I'll put the barrel in here to start out with. Get you used to it. And I'll even go grab that water barrel too. And bring it in here and let them get used to that nipple. And then when I go finally move them out, they will understand how to eat and drink that water that I provide them. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more. What are you doing? You sitting? He's the smallest one, but he's the nicest so far. Like, he approaches me and does everything. Everybody else is pretty skittish. So all right, I'm gonna start with 100 pounds. I guess my light didn't kick on for the camera, but we'll start with 100 pounds in here and see how it works before I fill it all the way up and have an issue getting it all back out. Here we go. You must be hungry. You biting on my shoes, huh? All right, here we go. Let's see. And if they eat off of it, it should allow it to bring out more. Oh, they can get all the way in it. That ain't good. As long as they ain't pooping in it, I guess. They normally do pretty good, and they don't poop and pee where the food is. But I guess as of right now, it's too high for them. But they can get in it to eat, so it's not going to be that bad. But having 6 of them in there is not going to be that good. So let's see if I can help. It's working as I envisioned it. There's grain in the bottom of in there, so I guess they're still gonna fight till their heads are big enough to get past that and can eat. But it's working. So funny.